What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, providing me that love and support. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share with your peoples. And yeah, today I just kind of want to go ahead and drop my thoughts about a few mistakes that I may have made in life that I wish I would have done a little, done things a little bit differently. As everyone always wish they would have done a few things a little differently in life, but we can't change the past. It already happened. As long as you're learning from those mistakes, then of course we can make some moves. But if you're not learning from those mistakes, it's like you getting bit by a snake. You getting bit by a snake, and you get bit by a snake again, thinking that it wasn't gonna bite you the second time. It's like, if you don't get bit a first time, what makes you think you ain't gonna get bit a second time? So learning from those mistakes. Unfortunately, I'm the latter, where I'm the guy who gets bit by the snake a second, third, fourth time until I actually really learn. Which is stupid, right? That's stupid. But yeah, here's a couple of things that I wish I would have done a little bit differently. Some of it, I'm not gonna lie, is not really my fault. I didn't really have good direction, parental direction. No, my mom did a great job. I think she did a great job. Not really having the dad in my life, that I didn't realize how big of an impact that was, but it does make a big impact on the development of a child going into adulthood. It definitely makes a difference. But yeah, so here are a few things that I wish I would have done a little bit differently. So starting off with number one, it was really just finding direction as early as possible. I know it's hard to figure out exactly your direction in life, especially when you're 18 years old. I didn't know if I was supposed to be an athlete. I mean, I tried the whole athletics thing, made D2 for track and field, which is not bad. But a nigga ain't going to no damn Olympics. Well, with that mindset, you ain't. Yeah, some people make it to the Olympics at D2. It's rare, but it happens. But yeah, it's just finding direction as early as possible, really. I felt like I was kind of following the crowd. No, don't get me wrong. I did want to go to college as well too, to further my education and elevate my mindset. I did want to do better for my life, but for the most part, though, I wish I was kind of more informed as far as like how college even worked. I didn't really know much about going into school like that. About the idea of student loans. I didn't even know what financial aid was. It's literally in the damn word, financial aid. I didn't even know what that was. Yeah, and I didn't understand the big impact on like student loans and stuff like that. No one really gave me direction as far as when it came to like school. It was just like all my friends were going to school. Well, I should go to school too. What I really wish that I would have done was actually I would have wished that I just tried starting a business. It didn't matter what industry it was in, but try starting a business, seeing where that goes. And maybe I would have failed the first year, the second year, the third year. Maybe I would have attempted to try to do multiple types of businesses, but at least I would have tried and I would have learned from the process of trying. I mean, yeah, there's no issue with going to school. Maybe I would have tried doing that part time, but starting a business there's no cap. You can literally make as much as you can. Like, you're capped when you go to school and get a degree and like get a decent job. Most of the time these jobs only pay 60 to 80 grand a year. Might sound good, but it's really not in these types of in these modern times. You should be trying to make well over 100 grand a year. But I wish I would have done that differently as far as like going to school. I went to school for finance, so I knew exactly how to manage money. But then when you go into corporate America, man, it's a whole different ball game. It's like a lot of backbiting. There's a lot of stabbing in the back, for higher roles. It's not really about putting the person who's best meant to be in that position. It's really about like sucking the boss's meat, going to the happy hours, licking his right nutsack and shit like that, and just kissing his ass, licking his asshole, and all that stuff. I know it's get okay. All right, so this getting a little sus now, ain't it? I ain't gay, just so you know, but it's just shit like that, man. It's like really just a lot of ass kissing for you to be able to to get to certain roles in corporate America, which is not cool, yo. It's not cool. But and that goes into the second thing that I wish I would have done a little bit differently was, like I said, just stop listening to the damn school system, man. It's like school, the indoctrination of school was never for us to be thinkers. Like I think the John D. Rockefeller actually said it himself. He didn't want to create a nation of thinkers. He wanted to create a nation of workers. We're all gifted certain abilities. We're gifted with something that makes us unique, innately. And that's it's your duty to use that creative genius and putting it out to the world so that you're able to get paid for it. That's why I meant like just starting a business. Like some people are just really good at doing business. Some people are just really good at that. I may be average at it, but I could have probably gotten better at it. Really, it's just putting out what makes you you, and using that to sustain a good living for yourself. And if you wanted to get a family and stuff like that, but we're all just fed this bullshit about how you go to college, get your degree, graduate, and then meet your future wife in college, and then have the 2.5 kids with the white picket fence and the house and all that other bullshit, 30-year mortgage, and you live happily ever. Oh man, it's just so much. It's so much bullshit, bro. It's just so much bullshit, bro. I tell you. And I'm not knocking down anyone who actually wants that life. I mean, if that's what the life that you want, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just understand the consequences that come with it. Slaving, it's modern day slavery, bro. It's this shit slavery, bro. Like they got us shackled in the mind. This shit, I'm telling you, bro, this shit's slavery, bro. When you actually work in corporate America, depending on like the actual, I'm not gonna say every single place is like this, but depending on like the actual work environment that you're working in, your coworkers could either make you or break you, man. Like if you work with some bad, shitty coworkers, bro, it's like you're gonna live a shitty ass life. And, bruh, your workplace, that shit ain't fucking worth it, bruh. That shit is not fucking worth it, man. Not for your peace of mind. It really isn't. It really isn't. No amount of money is worth like going through the bullshit that you need to go through when you're working in corporate America, bro. I'm telling you, man, it really isn't. It really, really isn't. But that would have been the second thing that I wish I would have done differently. Well, the thing is, I wouldn't have known that because we've been fed this bullshit since we were kids. Like the whole how we were indoctrinated. Go to college, get the degree and all this. We were indoctrinated. We were programmed through television. Like this stuff was fed into us like for the longest. So it's not something that we could have known unless unless your parents were just unless your parents were just woke, then they could have told you to stray a different path. But my parents weren't woke. Well, my mom wasn't woke. She did a great job though. I give her that. She did a great job for doing it alone. I mean, I had a stepdad, but we ain't gonna get that. We ain't gonna get into that because yeah, that nigga ain't do shit. But she did an amazing job though. She did an amazing job, and I really appreciate her for that. But she only did what she was told, and she worked very hard for many, many years. Worked hard for many, many years. The third thing that I wish I would have done differently, actually, I think I did okay with this part. It's just really just staying fit, I still stay fit to these days. I probably don't go to the gym as much as I used to, but I kind of wish I would have I think I wish I would have like dialed in a little bit more. Maybe even like take up bodybuilding or powerlifting at a time at an earlier age. I would have been much thicker, and I probably could have made a somewhat of a name for myself, build a brand off of that. You know, get some attention, get some eyes on the product, which is me, and maybe even start a fitness type of business or something like that. Maybe even open up a gym, be an online fitness trainer. I still stay fit, and it's not too late to still do it. I mean, I'm in my 30s now, and I'm relatively pretty, I have, decent muscle mass. I'm not as big as some people probably are, but I still do well for my age. and I still get it into the gym as well too. So yeah, staying fit for a good period of time. A healthy body is a healthy mind, man. If you can stay fit, then you'll have a healthy mind as well too. But yeah, so that would be the third thing. And for anyone just like, listening to this right now, we're learning from each other. There could be a 40-year-old, 50-year-old, 60-year-old that could learn something from me. I can learn something from my elders as well too. As well as me learning from like a 10-year-old, 12-year-old, 15-year-old, 20-year-old, honestly, because they're much more techno savvy these days. So we go always learn something from each other. And another thing I was gonna say about the whole staying fit thing, that's kind of huge because as a home health therapist, I go to see patients, and you'd be surprised like the condition a lot of people are in. It's very sad. It's you do have a newfound appreciation of what of movement. The musculoskeletal system. The fact that you can just move is just you should be grateful for that, man, because these guys be bedbound, homebound, susceptible for falls, like, a lot osteopenia, which is just like, brittle bones, osteoporosis, which is even worse, brittle bones. They're dealing with these heart conditions. They've had like all these multiple surgeries, spine surgeries, like shit, man, the list goes on, like what these people are going through. It's very sad. It's very, very sad. But I would say the biggest thing is staying fit. Even though I didn't find a good direction at early point in life, I'm glad that I started off, working out, because like I'm telling you, man, movement is key. It's so important. It really sucks to not be able to move, man. It's like there's two things that are the worst things that could possibly happen to someone. It's is you being bedbound, you having somebody to take care of you for the rest of your life. Honestly, if I'm in a position like that, bro, just man, I'd rather just go, man, because your life is pretty much over. What these people go through, it sucks. And the second worst thing that could possibly happen is seeing your own child die before you. Those are two of the worst things that could possibly happen. Everything else is just smoke screens, like flutter. It's like you lose your crib, whatever. You'll get another one. You lose some money, it doesn't matter. You'll gain more money eventually. You'll get it back. You lose a girl, you'll find another one, bro. Like, but those two things, oh man, you can't get shit like that back. You really can't. And I would say the last thing, of course, women. My choice in women could have been a bit better. Well, I wasn't really taught how to, date like that. I didn't have a father figure like that. I mean, I had a stepdad, but he teach me shit about women. But choosing the right partner, not based off of, aesthetics and looks, but really just based off of values and beliefs. I'm pretty sure y'all know this. A lot of y'all know this. Some of y'all probably don't. But, as men, we like looking at aesthetically pleasing type of women. And it's not always the best course of action as far as like the choosing the type of woman that you want to build a long-term connection with. Those types of women are usually very vain. Not all of them. Some of them are pretty good. Some of them do well. Some of them have a good heart. Some of them have a good head on their shoulders, and they and yeah, they're not as bad as I might be saying it. But there are some bad fucking women out there, man. They're shitty to the core, man. No values, no nothing. Like they don't care about screwing you, take you for your money. Like, yeah, man. I've had some good women in my life, and I wish things would have ended a little bit better. And when it came to, dating some of those women back in the day, but I've also had some pretty shitty women too, and I didn't even know they were really shitty like that. But you know, you live and you learn, man. It's just like the analogy I was talking about earlier on about how, like, you get bit by a snake, you know that you ain't trying to, yeah, get after something like that again. If you do, then it's your damn fault. So you can't blame nobody else but yourself. You know what? There was a fifth thing that I wish I would have done a little bit differently as well too. It was really just like having a big, well, not a big, but better choice in certain friendships. Not all my friends were bad. Some friends were really good. They were good. They were great people. They are good people. They are great people, of course. Good values, good beliefs. But there were some other friends that just were kind of, like I said, like you can't base a friendship off of the foundation of just finding, like, trying to date women. Like, if the foundation of your friendship is based off of you guys just smoking weed, drinking, chasing after women, going out to the clubs and stuff like that, if that's the foundation of your relationship, then that's not a good friend to be around, bro. Like, they're gonna bring you down with them and shit like that. You don't want that. You don't want that. You want friends that are have good values, good beliefs, that are doing something with their life, that are pursuing something, like they're very ambitious, that want more out of life, and ones that are not gonna like criticize you like that. I mean, so not all friends are perfect, but you make do with the ones that you've got. And I mean, I still do. I have a good heart, and I didn't realize that a lot of some of those friendships back in the day were just very one-sided, and you don't, like I said, over time, those are just things that you just have to learn. It's like some people are just takers, and you gotta learn to be able to step away from takers. Some, I'm not telling you to, like, not talk to any of your friends, but you just gotta know where to place people in life. There's some good ones and there's just some bad ones, man. Just like with the girls. But that's probably the fifth thing, and those are probably the five things that I wish I would have done a little bit differently as I'm, like, moving into my 30s, and trying to navigate this world that we live in. It's different. It's most definitely different. um, but yeah, I hope that I was able to drop a couple of gems with you guys, and I hope this is was something informative, and you guys could take something out of this. I'm hoping to do this for the long run, man. I'm really gonna stick to it. I really, really am, because if I would have done this much sooner, who knows how far I would have gotten with this? You feel me? So yeah, just, hey, stick with me on the journey. We'll see what we got, and we'll see what we got in the tank. And yeah, man, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, bro. If y'all have any questions for me, because I done lived some life. I haven't lived as much life as some other people, but I done lived some life. I done lived some life. But yeah, go ahead and drop it in the comments, and just, like, yeah, we'll go ahead and see what are the topics we could talk about. But yeah. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Y'all be easy. Yes, sir.